Man is a very complicated species. He creates problems and also he claims that he is solving the problems and then patents it. But nature has got its own excellent solutions and it can provide also, provided seek our blessings. But 13th, 14th century onwards, we practiced Francis Bacon philosophy, treating Mother Nature as a maid servant. Mother Nature has been a maid servant. We started practicing and respecting only the philosophy of the Francis Bacon. And simultaneously, even today we are treating Mother Nature as maid servant. I, as a bureaucrat for about 6 decades, I have to encounter several incidents. Number one is 2 most painful moments. Also, it is a source of pride for me. Next thing is ethics and truth guided every decision of mine, rather not practicing the traditional forestry practice of exploiting the forest. So I decided I should not hurt Mother Nature. So my decision, despite of the political abuse, I stood tall with integrity and moral conviction. You may think that I am boasting myself, it is not. I born in a farmer's family in a village called Adgodi. It is now heart of Bangalore, filled with urban malignancy. Adgodi village in 1950s up to 60 and 70, and I had developed some sort of a intimate bondage with Mother Nature, and where my tiny village of 400-500 people were living as one organic unit, supporting and respecting each other. So, when I have been selected to the Indian Forest Service, I was surprised to see 2 innocent souls. They do not know anything about the world. Nothing. They know nothing about it. Only thing is they have seen me as a child, as a boy, who has been selected to undergo a training in Indian Forest College. And they wanted to celebrate my selection. Why? What is it they are going to get? They know nothing about the forest. They know nothing about what is happening in the world. Then they celebrated and asked my mother, and virtually she begged, Yellappandoorna mane karkondu banni, now beligge ಒಂದು ತಿಂಡಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. A tailor who is watching me while I was studying called me, today 12 o'clock, you must spare about half an hour. Then I was surprised. What is that you want to do? So, Bunny. Then he closed his shop, put 1 dozen dishes. Tagoli. See, look, their faith and pride in me, which instilled deep sense of moral responsibility and social commitment. When I went to Dehradun and I was looking at the Mussoorie Himalaya, what an amount of faith and responsibility these 2 innocent souls, then how I should become. That is a seed of ethics sown in me, remained till date. Next important thing was my marriage after undergoing training. I decided to marry in a very ordinary family, and then he remained as a life partner and a pillar of strength and a sort of an ethical compass even today, till date. My wife never tolerated any nonsense things. She will never allowed. To tell one simple example, when I was working in Devaraja's Chief Minister's constituency, the Chief Minister's private secretary asked me, "Sir, you are doing such a great service. Shall I ask the PDA commissioner to allot a site in Koramangala?" And then I came and told my wife, shall I apply? She said, "No, don't do that. If you do that, you will be under the obligation." I was shocked. Which wife will say that a site in Koramangala rejecting? And that led a simple life dedicated to my family and values, and she has taken care of my children and myself and given full freedom for me to do my job. So, I worked under the 4 chief ministers for about 15, 16 years, 4 chief ministers. I never begged for a transfer. They themselves selected me because of my honesty. And 3 of them offered full freedom and allowed me to implement all my innovative forestry techniques of conservation. First thing what I did, ban cutting of green trees. No more. In my jurisdiction, no cutting of green trees. Only enrichment planting. No tapping of the minor forest producers. We tapped all kinds of non-timber resources. So sort of a slaughter tapping has taken place by contractors with the connivance of the department. So I have been taken a firm decision and told the Chief Minister, "Sir, non-timber yielding species like almond, cinnamon, Michaelis macrantha, bark, world's class incense sticks are made out of that. So they have been slaughtered. We have to ban." I succeeded. I succeeded in convincing with facts and figures. So then next thing what I did is, when he has asked me about the status of the forest in Karnataka state, I said, "Yes, you are looting the forest. We are looting the forest for firewood, timber, industrial wood, all kinds of things." Then he stared at me, a giant personality. He stared at me. "ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಸರ್? ಒಂದು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ತರಬೇಕು, ಟ್ರೀ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ತರಬೇಕು." Then he asked me, "I am going to Mysore, you accompany me. You tell me what is the tree act." Then while traveling, he made me to stop near a place called Arvitittu, where he with a pipe was standing and asked me, "What have you done? Sand is growing so beautifully, which I am watching." I did nothing. I have given fire protection and grazing protection. Today billions of sandalwood trees are standing. Then we proceeded to Mysore. Then he called the press. Then he said that I am going to bring in an act called Tree Protection Act. Immediately press asked, "It's a draconian law. A tree which is standing in front of my house, I need a permission from the government. What is this?" And he said, "Yes." There will not be fuel to burn the dead body in our country at the rate of destruction which we are going to do. Assignment for me to go to Uttar Kannada district where lakhs of acres of the forest have been deforested or fueled. Hills after hills was burning summer months. Then I thought of undertaking enrichment planting of, I will just come a little bit later, what I have done, what type of mechanized plantations I started when I was a DFO in Hunsur. Then also simultaneously I came to know, I contacted a tribal daily wage worker at Tulsigoda, whom I mentored as a worker and later awarded Padma Shri because she was able to see the genetic makeup of a seed. By holding a seed, she could see that the genetic material and she used to discard seeds. I asked her, ಯಾಕೆ discard ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೆಯಲ್ಲ. See the amount of what you call the basic knowledge of understanding and feeling. ನೀನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತೆ? ನಾನು 5 ವರ್ಷದ ಮಗುವಿಂದ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದು, ಬೀಜ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಸಿ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ತದೆ. The next phase of my post-retirement is I got full freedom because I have been forced to resign because of the cogentrix industry which is going to be acid rains and fly ash, and Western Ghats will certainly suffer by an obsolete industry, a cogentrix which was found to be a fake industry. That details have been published in all papers, and I have to take voluntary retirement. Then I had a very unique opportunity to come in contact with my great guru, Professor S.K. Ramchandra Rao. That has made me to take a U-turn in my life. U-turn not only looking forest is looking as Vanadurge. Forest is not definitely a forest in terms of forest or the jungle. It is not a jungle. It is Vanadurge. She has got supplies everything to everybody from ant to elephant and from whale to fish and all those things. I explained and written several articles. So I had an occasion to talk to my guru in one day when he was free. I was explaining to him about what you call crown of botanical settings in the womb of Western Ghats. It is called crown of botanical settings. So this crown of botanical settings of diversity of 5 tiers and above the ground and 5 tiers below the ground, that's sort of a what you call invisible and invisible world. He expressed his desire to go and see. And then I took him to the Talakaveri. There, one side, Padinalkunadu State Forest, it connects Kodachadri, where Shankara Pita composed Soundarya Lahari. Padinalkunadu Forest, Kadbakal Forest, and up to the Kodachadri, where Shankara Pita, he sat and written Soundarya Lahari. So there was another settings, a tongue-like thing, surrounded by 2 rivers. One is Chandat Kulli, another is the Nadumalai, and that tongue carries water from Talakaveri to the Arabian Sea. So he expressed then to visit, and I shown him Nagapushpa tree, a giant tree called ironwood of India. He embraced. He went to different world. The last phase of my life, the transformative mindset. began a series of initiatives based on inclusivity, Mother Earth, and a touch of vulnerable sections of society, Charakavana at Bangalore University campus, and ecotherapy park experiments with special children, and therapeutic impacts. That has given me immense satisfaction. Special children used to come and embrace me because I used to give fantastic amount of love, which has been documented by my Maya Chandra. So then I from last 1.5 decades, I switched over to two things. One is Janaki Ammal. Who is Janaki Ammal? Janaki Ammal is a well-known scientist whom Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Krishna Menon requested her to come and do something to our country. He was a professor and plant breeder in Coimbatore College, where I also studied for my post-graduation. There is not even a mention about her. Now I am creating that sort of a Janaki Ammal ethnobotanical parks. So then coming to the Buddhist monastery at Bailkuppe and the positive impact of the health of young monks within 1.5 decade, the Nagroli adjacent forest, which was the habitat for the elephants, have become some sort of a great habitat for elephants. Come there, drink water. Kaveri river is just about 100 meters, but still they come there without hurting anybody. Come, drink, and also we have established some bamboo plantations to get their food. They are all extraordinarily intelligent creatures, where I had an opportunity to come in contact with 100 elephants when I was a DFO. So they behaved so well. Now I am engaged in promoting, communicating environmental values through new age media, podcasts, films, music, theatre, talks and walks, and articles in regional media. These are all learning and experiences I am sharing with Gen Z. So I have authored several books on environmental issues and topics for the young generations. So I am happy to associate in this event. Dharma, what is Dharma? Yesterday I read a judgment, Supreme Court judgment, excellent judgment, classical judgment, said that anybody indulges in intentionally planning to cut trees, we will not hesitate to put them in the jail. Yesterday's Supreme Court order, you can read in Hindu paper. Supreme Court said that we will not hesitate to put them in the jail. So this is Dharma. This should be guiding light for the next generation to protect Vanadurge. I have also created a Vanadurge in Lalbagh. If anyone is interested, you can go and ask for where is Vanadurge. These dead and fallen trees planted, all endangered or ET species, rare endangered 13 species. Within 1 year, they attained a height of 25 to 30 feet. Thank you. Thank you very much.